Hello all, Havoc here. Let's get ready to play some Space Engineers.
Okay, so in this episode, we're going to go over some changes we did. Let's see, let's see what we do in the last episode. So basically we talked about defense for the ship, and I've been working on that, and just been overall trying to plan how to get it all piped and get the guns online on the outside of the ship. So my initial thought was goes into the port nacelle where we had the connectors at right here. So that's where that goes. So my idea was to run a tube up to the top of the ship and we could connect there. So then I thought about running a tube up here to the top of the ship, and that didn't work too good either because none of it lined up where I wanted it to where it came in contact with the surface. So what I did was I'm going to put these here, and I'm going to run these up like so to this block and run out of motors. Let's do this real quick here. Let's see here. Great. Alright, so that's lit up. So now let's go around the outside and take a look, see where that's going. Basically everywhere I tried to run it, I figured it's just going to be way too far into the way of where we would be docking ships and stuff. So I thought about coming off of here and going up. I thought about running a pipe straight up here. The problem I had with that was it was going to be too far outside of the box as far as piping up here. So what I've done on the sides is this. I've actually replaced the connectors with 3 turrets on the sides. And now we're going to be doing the same thing going up here onto the top. So this is what we've got going so far. Oh, light was on. So I'm running 2 Gatling and a missile, 2 Gatling and a missile. And then I repeated the same thing on the starboard side. So this is what we're going to do is, even with the starboard side, I'll have them too. And then, I'm not sure yet how I'm going to put them along the bottom of the ship, but I might not even put them on the bottom of the ship, just not worried. I wouldn't say I'm not worried about it, but I haven't gotten that far into the development. So we still needed a point of connection. So I went ahead and put one here. The med bay is right below it. This is what we were talking about, putting a turret up here before. So that's that. So, oh wait, where we're bringing everything together is here. This is where we're coming up. This is the refineries right below us. And then it's going to go into there and across. So let's go around to the back. I put these on here for decor. I think that'll look pretty cool. Overjumped. Okay. So let's go inside here and take a look what we got going inside. So we got conveyors piping this all together, and then over here we have 2 assemblers up here. And what I've went and done is I've named them. So this one's called ammo, and this one's called missiles. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have these set up to just do our production for just missiles and just ammo. And when we get a large amounts of ore in, we'll just set these guys up to auto manufacture ammo and missiles, and then supply all of our turrets that way. So I thought that was a pretty slick way, so we don't have to worry about screwing with our standard production facilities down below. These guys right here by producing ammo, so we can use these as is. And I'm not going to be putting anything on the ammo and missile one for boosters, because I'm not going to be worried about the rate at which it's producing them, because there's already going to be a surplus, so in theory. So let's see here. Grab a little bit more energy. And done. Alright. So far that's where we're coming along so far. I think it's taking shape. I need to start getting thrusters involved so we can actually get the ship mobile. So I think what we're going to do for thrusters on the back for the forward thrust is place them in this ring. And what I would like to do is actually use the vanilla small thruster and see if that will work going all the way around, if that's enough thrust to get us going. As like I said a few times, I'm not worried about the overall agility of the ship, so because these modular thrusters are so expensive, I don't really want to spend all the resources and time to put this many large thrusters on here. But what I'll probably end up doing is this section right here will be thrusters going along here. And then we'll put a couple more here and there along the sides of the ship in various places. Whatever looks good as far as overall layout and pattern goes. So something we can definitely keep working on to give the ship more shape. Keep this thing in ship shape. So yeah, it definitely broke up the top, so it's not as flat. And then I'm going to bring this down as well. I'm going to give it some taper to come down to a point to where we're going to have thrusters going along here as well, just like how we're going to do for the forward. So the reverse thrusters will be here as well. Okay, so we're going to keep working on this. Let me know what you guys think about the overall layout, if you think this is going to be enough or am I going to need more. The big thing that I'm looking at is the overall size of the ship is large, but it's rather short when it comes down to the distance from the front to back, as far as when, as I randomly spin around in circles, when the front is going to be coming in contact with turrets from an enemy ship. So as long as I can keep an idea of where 800 meters is going to be from the front of the ship, as that's where we're sitting, we're going to be able to keep that into control and under wraps as far as how far away we're going to be from getting that part of the ship destroyed. So when we get to 850 meters or so, maybe we'll roll the ship like so towards the enemy and come in at an upward angle like this. So there's a few different types of tactics we'll use. But again, I do plan on using the railgun as a sniper rifle to be doing a lot of the attack on those raider outposts. But if we come under attack, we need to be able to defend ourselves, and that's what this is going to be about. And we'll have to worry less about getting our little orbital defense pod set up. These guys here, if we have guns on the ship. It was something I'd been avoiding, is actually arming this ship, but we're not going to be able to get around it. It's once they added the AI, or the soon-to-be AI is the way I see it, because this is all these are. These are set up for AI. So once they added these and made them somewhat autonomous by putting drones out there and stuff, this became a necessity. So in the next episode coming up, we'll have all the guns welded up and get it all plumbed and working and everything, as well as all the extra armor plate. None of this is heavy armor. There's some heavy armor down here that I'm going to swap back out for regular armor because the starboard side is not heavy armor. So that way they're going to be identical, the port and starboard side. And so yeah, and then we'll start, once we get this all welded up and in place, we're going to start getting thrusters in here, and then we're going to convert this to a ship. And I'd like to get this thing blueprinted as quickly as possible once we get it to a ship. So in preparation for if planets drop here in the next couple weeks, it'll be mobile. But looking at this profile, I really want to put something on the bottom now. I'm almost tempted to mirror this bulge, at least part of it, down below. So I'm going to start working on some ideas for that. Maybe a shuttle dock or something like that. You can park a couple cases permanently underneath. But not sure. It's something I'm just going to work on. So, yeah, once again, let me know what you guys think about this top section. If it turned out the way I described it. So, like I said, I'm going to take these out. Put them in for decoration at first, but those are going to become engines. So we can have some downward thrust and whatnot. So, cool. Leave me some comments below. Let me know how you guys like it. So this is Havoc. Have fun, and keep gaming.